I'm Anthony Hamilton, singer-songwriter, author, father of 6 sons from Charlotte, North Carolina, and yeah, I'm excited to be here, and I love good, healthy eating.
So how did the whole plant-based lifestyle come about for you?
You know, um, my friend named Levan, he's a photographer and videographer who was on the road with us, and they had watched this thing called What the Health,
Oh, wow.
and and it changed their whole perspective on food and what we should be doing and what we shouldn't be doing. I've never watched it. I watched
Uh,
things similar to it, but once they started doing it, I was like, you know what? It's not hard, because eating chicken, I noticed I would get
mm.
a lot of mucus, and I had already kicked dairy for about 15 years, so
Oh, wow.
finding plant-based cheese and things like that was that was just what I had done, and ice cream and all that, and milk. I had already cut that out, so it was easier to transition. Got rid of the chicken. It was like, okay, I missed the crunchy flavor, but I don't miss the nastiness of it. And seeing how animals have been treated, it was kind of easy. So once I did that, I did fish for a minute, and then I went cold turkey for 2 years, 2.5 years. I
Mm.
just now started eating some fish, some protein, but it's probably once a week, if that. But I'm maybe 80%, 85 to 90% plant based. But I'm
Uh,
going back. I'm going back. Because that's a different feeling when you're
right.
completely, totally. It's I don't know. It's a cleaner, lighter feeling, and my body seems to respond better.
So with that being said, did you notice like a really big difference when you did this? You
Hmm.
went to this lifestyle, and as far as like your music career and doing all this and running around, like
Yeah.
how was your energy levels?
There was a time when you first transitioned. There was a time your body was like, "What are we doing? What happened to you know what happened to the wings after the show? But where's that protein?" Um, it there was a transition where my body was like, "Okay, we need certain things," but I felt cleaner.
Uh,
So I always had some energy, and I was taking eating the right things like a sweet potato or something like that that would give me the energy I needed. And eventually, my body was like, okay, we like it. We don't have to break down as many sugars. We don't have to break down all the meat. So that energy that was used for that, you know, I had that in my storage now for
uh.
performing.
Okay, all right. And so when you were performing, was your what is it called that you guys have? Is it the sheet where you have all your different foods and stuff like that on
Oh, my
there?
writer.
Yeah, your writer.
Yeah.
So when you submitted that, were people like, "What is this?"
No, because they knew I was already in transition, and they knew
Uh,
that for the most part I ate pretty good anyway. I ate pretty healthy, pretty clean. But no, it got a little harder in certain markets. It was kind of harder to get certain things. But we made it happen. We made it happen, and we're pretty excited about it. Me and my one of my friends. So it was the three of us on the road, Eddie Kane and Levan. We were all, and everybody else started changing up.
mm.
Eating. Had an effect on a lot of people.
Okay, all right. So, but before that, was there any? I don't want to say like health issues, but like things you noticed health wise, as far as maybe because like you said, it's mucus that's breaking down and coming out of your body because that's the number one thing with dairy.
Yeah.
So did you notice like anything with that as far as like the mucus because that causes inflammation? Did you notice anything on those levels?
You just felt good. I had knee problems. I never that last tour eating like that. I didn't. My knees never would swell up. Um, yeah. Not unless if I tweaked it or something. But no, for the most part, a lot of inflammation was gone. A lot of the indigestion, the late night. yeah, I felt like I was healthier, in a better place. My body was responding to, having things that it needed and not having the things that it didn't need. Yeah, my joints started to feel better. My muscles, I lost some muscle mass, and but my face started leaning out like I wanted it, and I just started looking more youthful. People started
Mm.
looking at me like, "Wow, you look great. You're almost 50 years old, and you look great." Like, and I was like, "Oh, thank you." But you need to try it, because that food and all that stuff, man, it put age on you, weight and age and bloat, and you know.
Right. And with that being said, that's a huge myth in our
Mhm.
culture when it comes to that. A lot of people in our culture are like, I'm not gonna go plant based. I'm not gonna, give up my soul food. So what do you think about that? Do you think that, it's really is a big myth and that we can try? Because it's like you don't have to make greens with pork. Like you can
No, I got some down there now that don't have any of that in it.
see,
You
look
know,
at that.
and it tastes amazing. Like, you know, I'll take an onion and some garlic and a
Hmm.
little bit of avocado butter, and it tastes like it's just how you season the green. You know what I mean?
That
So
part.
you don't need all that heavy meat and stuff. There are things out there now, like, that can give you that smoke flavor, and it's natural. So you just got to
Right.
know what herbs to use. But that onion, a little bit of vinegar, onion, and a little bit of garlic, and it tastes smoky anyway.
Right.
So
Yep. I
you
use
don't need,
smoked paprika.
huh?
I use smoked paprika.
Yeah, I have that too. The Spanish, the smoke. Yeah, I have that. I was about to say that as well, because I use that in my potato salad now. And it just gives, I don't know, it just gives food a really nice flavor.
Yeah, because it really is about seasoning your food because there's no way you're gonna eat
That's it.
chicken without any seasoning on it.
That'd be the worst thing you ever did in your life. Yeah, it's the seasoning, and having to find those textures that you need. Like mushrooms saved a lot of,
Yep.
saved the day for a lot of us. Having mushrooms, eggplant was pretty good.
Hmm.
Um, and you have the lentils. Some places had lentil patties, or just beans. Period would
Right.
save the day. So you have your rice, your beans, and you have a vegetable, or cabbage, or greens, or something, and you're pretty much good. And on the days when it was just really, really hard, I'm gonna get my French fries and just going,
That part.
French fries and a salad, and I'm Gucci.
Hey, look, French fries will never fail you.
They'll never let you down. Yeah.
So another myth is that when you're on this particular lifestyle,
Mhm.
that it costs a lot. Do you see that it costs a lot
I
as far
say
as
it's cheap.
groceries?
I say it's cheaper than going to the hospital, going to the
That
doctor.
part.
Um, it depends on where you shop. There are places like Lidl that have organic, fresh produce. Like when I went to Harris Teeter, everything is higher. Whole Foods can be a little expensive if you
Hmm.
don't know what you're getting. But you can find the things you need. You can go to BJ's, Costco, any of those stores, and get stuff in bulk. The things that that you'll need, that don't expire fast. But in terms of, like, buying your vegetables, you have more life. Well, a longer um, life with that vegetable once it's cooked. So when you leave stuff in the fridge and you don't cook it, it's gonna go bad because it's natural. So I think that's what people fail to realize, that that food won't go bad, and you won't have to buy as much, because you got what, 4 to 5 days once it's cooked.
Right.
Um, but yeah, but when you're throwing out food, that's when you're wasting money, and it costs to eat healthy, and it's not that bad. If you cut out the pills you take, the ointments and all the stuff, and the doctor visits, and all the rest of the junk that you have to pay for to make yourself feel, to numb yourself to the foods you're eating,
Mhm.
then you're pretty much saving, I know, a couple $1,000s a year. You
Oh
know,
yeah, definitely. And plus, it's mainly more too. I don't know if you do this. It's more of like the packaged foods. Like if you're going out buying all those vegan meats and vegan cheeses and stuff like that, then that's gonna add up.
yeah,
But
because
when you're
yeah, yeah. Go ahead.
because when you're actually like cooking meals, then it's your pricing is going to be a little low. But when you're buying all the packaged stuff, that's where it's going to go high.
Because they're charging you for packaging it and having it ready for you, and yeah, you buying into the hype. So they got to get it now before you realize it ain't really that good for you. It's
That
okay
part.
to transition off of it, but to stay there, because I was a big fan of Beyond in the beginning, because they
Oh
had that
wow.
texture. It had the texture and everything. Impossible, I tried that once or twice. It was good. It was okay. But after a while, I was just like, something might not be right, you know.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I noticed when I first tried Beyond, it was like an aftertaste. Like, you know what? I'm good.
like dog, it smelled like dog food.
Yeah, it was like, what is this? So
Yeah,
yeah,
it
so
smells
it's
like
definitely.
dog food. You know, it smells like dog food. I but there's a few out there that don't have that same smell and flavor that I've tried. Trader Joe's, when I do want to make like a meatloaf or tacos or something like that,
Mhm.
because I would give it to the boys so they wouldn't have to have like turkey or any of that, and they liked it. It's like, it's fine. Like they left the turkey and the chicken. Like I had to end up throwing it out because they didn't want it. So I'm just transitioning them from eating meat and stuff, and they've been doing pretty good. You
Yeah,
know.
you they're gonna pretty much you make it, they're gonna pretty much eat it because they're kids.
Yeah. Well,
And
they
they're
get to
gonna.
the age now where they 8 and 10, so it's kind of like, is this what's the name? Is this what's the name? I said, yeah, because I gave them the mug bean eggs to see if they were gonna.
Oh yes.
I like those. So I gave them those on a little roll, and I was like, let me see if they gonna see if they know what this is. They smashed it.
Yep. And that's usually what it is. Even
Yeah.
even without kids, like just adults, period.
Hmm.
You give it to them, they're gonna eat it. But then after that, you say, "Oh, that was vegan." They're like, "Oh, oh,
I knew it was something.
yeah,
Like, Negro, please. You didn't know it was nothing. You smashed it, and you had seconds. So what are you
right."
talking about? Yeah, crazy.
Yeah, because the mung beans made out of
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah.
And
Just
chickpeas.
just eggs.
Oh, you use the just eggs.
Yeah. Which one you get?
I got my own recipe.
Okay, well, go ahead
It's
and
it's it's mung beans, but it's my own recipe.
hey, I can dig it. I'll be there.
Yeah, because at first I started off with chickpeas, and then I got one of the mug beans. And was like, oh, this right
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
Yeah, so those are pretty good. And as far as like a veggie burger, you heard of Hillary's?
Hillary, I have. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, okay, yeah, theirs is pretty good too because it's more beans and quinoa and rice and stuff. So it's
yeah.
not the other stuff that's processed as far as
Yeah, the
Impossible
protein, the
Burger and
different
Beyond.
proteins and stuff that they use.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
she got a breakfast sausage and stuff too, and it's
yeah. I have to
it's it's,
check her
it's
out.
pretty good. Yeah. So what you're saying as far as the kids, so you're slowly transitioning them, or is it going to be something that's like going to be their lifestyle? Or are you just introducing them
I'm
to stuff?
introducing it to them and slowly doing it, because their mother, she's pretty good though. She may make a few things, like she knows chicken is not good.
Mm.
So she will do like maybe turkey. And most of this, all of our stuff actually is organic. But red meat and pork and all that she doesn't do. Some fish, but not bottom feeders. Um, yeah, just and getting them off of cheese because they love pizza. So I will
Mm.
make pizzas here at the house, and and they like them. But just that, can we have pizza from such and such? Just once. Just one time, Dad. I did all
Like,
my
well,
work.
sure. You can go
Yeah, I
to
did all
Blaze
my
Pizza.
sometimes, very, once every now and then.
No. What I'm saying is, you'd be like, sure, you can go to Blaze Pizza. Blaze got vegan
Yeah,
pizza. They
but
got the
yeah, Blaze
diet.
is good. I
They
like
got the
Blaze.
diet mozzarella shreds that you don't
Yeah,
even know the
yeah,
difference.
yeah. Um, but one of the twins, he doesn't like cheese. He takes it all the way off, and
Oh,
he just likes the bread with a little bit of sauce. He just don't
he
like it.
easy. He easy.
No, he ain't easy. He just don't like cheese. He's a picky one. He don't like certain textures and stuff. So, I made some guacamole today, and some beans. And I said, "Do you want guacamole?" He loves mushrooms though.
uh,
So I fixed the mushrooms yesterday, and he smashed. He just loves them. The other two don't. They don't really care too much for it. But
did you fry the mushrooms?
I just pan sear them. No, I didn't batter them or anything. No, just
So,
like,
but have you done that? Because that gives that flavor of chicken too when you
oh yeah,
fry the
especially the
oyster
oyster
mushroom.
mushrooms. Yeah,
Yeah.
I batter them. Black pepper and a little salt, a little garlic or something,
Uh,
and yeah, I shake them in that bag and get that.
yep.
And oh yeah, they definitely, they smash those. Now even the ones that don't like mushrooms, they tend
Yep.
to like, all right, I'll eat about 3 of these. I see it.
Yep.
Then
So
they be
you
like,
combine it with some waffles. They're like, what? This chicken
say
and
that,
waffles? Yes, it is.
chicken and waffles. Yeah, yeah. You don't know no different. Anybody taught you nothing?
Yeah, and another game changer, which I don't know if you know about, is jackfruit.
Yeah, jackfruit is good.
Jackfruit takes up any flavor you put in there,
Yeah,
and it
yeah,
has that texture. So
yeah, yeah. Jackfruit is good for barbecue and all that stuff. It's pretty good.
yeah, you can make a loaf out of it too. The same way like you do lentils and
Yeah,
chickpeas, you can make a loaf out of it.
yeah. You grind it up.
Yep, put all your seasonings in there.
Yeah, garbanzo beans is really good to me too. You get the organic garbanzo beans. It's not seasoned.
Right.
They're pretty good. You know.
Yeah, okay, so do you when you use those, do you boil them and you soak them or whatever and you have them overnight and then you cook them. Do you
Yeah.
save the actual liquid?
Oh yeah.
Because oh, okay.
That's where all the nutrients is.
Yeah, because you can make pancakes out of that
Yeah, yeah.
and
Yeah,
all your
yeah.
desserts.
Yeah, man. Nah, you don't get rid of the good juice. My greens and all that. We eating
Oh
this
yeah,
too.
yeah. I
Yeah,
got bags. Put those in the freezer. So pour
yeah,
it in
yeah.
here,
That's like
freeze it.
that's like placenta.
Yeah, yeah. That's what when I first noticed it, I was like, wait, hold on.
Yeah, that's like, come on, man. That's what you're trying to get. The
Yeah,
chewing of the leaf is that's cleansing you out, but the actual vitamin is in the blood. It's in the, you know what I
exactly.
mean? Yeah, yeah.
And then you can roast them too. Like I don't know if you've done that. You roast the chickpeas in a pan.
Oh yeah, I put anything in the oven.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah,
Because
it's
it
good.
gives you like that gravy type
Oh
thing,
yeah, yeah.
type texture.
Put that over some brown rice or some black rice.
Yep.
Or sometimes I make homemade mash. Man, I make a mean mushroom gravy. Oh God.
See, look, here you go. Here you go. We're not gonna give those secrets. We're not gonna give. It's for the rest. It's for the book.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, man.
So what is your go-to meal that you think people who aren't 100% vegan that they would like?
I say meatloaf, um, cabbage, and homemade mash, or lentils, or yeah, a variation of greens, and yeah, one of those hearty meals. I think you have to really pull people in with a really good meal, and most of our people, they like a good hearty soul food type of meal.
Yep.
The fried mushrooms could work as a little appetizer to pull them in. Um, But a few of my friends, I've introduced them to the plant-based burgers and just season them really good and grill them or bake them in mushrooms, mushroom gravy with onions, and serve it as like a cube steak. So that I've won with that a lot. You know, yeah, it's like, oh, come on over. You know.
So wait, so what about that mac and cheese?
I'm still working to master it, but now I got it. I think I'm pretty close to making it. You know,
You got
making it.
one?
But yeah. I think I got one that's pretty close. Because that was the thing. Like, man, it's just some of it is just too sour, or it's just. I wanted as close as I could get to the real thing, without having, you know. Yeah, but I'm pretty close.
Yeah, I got one too. That liquid
Yeah,
gold, got it.
yeah. I'm pretty close. Pretty close.
Yeah, because back then, cause like I started in I became plant based in '08, and back then it wasn't no options like that. It was just like,
Ooh, no. It wasn't. It was horrible.
none.
Like
It
even
was
the
just
black bean
terrible.
burger, the black bean. Even back then, I would eat. You know, I didn't mind eating without meat. You know, I never really had to have it. Even my mother would just, I just some greens, some okras, and some bread, cornbread, and that's all I need. Um, it's just I just don't feel like meat. Good, that's fine. Don't do it. But back then, some of the stuff was horrible.
Big time.
You know, it was it tastes like dirt. I say, ain't
Big
no
time.
way in the hell I'm about to. You want me to jump into that ship? And
Yep. So now people that are coming into it now is like, man,
yeah, it's
it's
pretty much
easy
they
for
get
y'all.
in. You know, they got in easy. You know, they got it kind of easy. They got every, oh, we cater to the vegans, cater to you. Yeah, we got it all. You want it? We got it. Mozzarella, we got it. Smoked Gouda, we got it. So yeah,
Yep.
they make it pretty. They make it, you know, it's attractive now.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You know.
It's attractive and it's like, oh yeah, we're jumping on it. Like,
Yeah,
all right.
they get in. They get in.
So have you done like any of the raw stuff? Because like
Oh yeah,
85% of my diet is raw. So
yeah,
what dishes
yeah.
have you done with that?
Wow, I do a lot of like cabbage, purple and green cabbage, the zucchini noodles with like a tomato or some kind of, you know, homemade dressing over it. Um, Definitely squash and zucchini by themselves. What else have I done? Yeah, even kale.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh,
like my manager, he just anywhere we go, he gets a big bowl of just raw spinach. It's just with whatever he's eating, he always has a big old bowl of raw spinach or anything with arugula. You know, arugula's good. It's strong,
yeah.
but it's good. So yeah, definitely. We did
Yeah, because
a raw cleanse at one point. It's about time to do another one. It's about time to do another, you know, reset.
yeah, 'cause I usually do the same thing. I do one in the beginning of the year and towards the end, and there are 20
Hmm.
days, so it's all
Yeah,
raw, so nothing good.
I do these
20
things.
days.
I did a grape cleanse, just multicolored grapes,
You
organic
did the grape
real
one?
grapes. Yeah, I did that with all the different grapes, and like my belly was, you know, was bloated from eating. You know, I forgot what I was eating, and I'm still pretty decent. But my stomach was like, and within 3 days it was
Yeah. Yep.
down. But I didn't on the grapes. I didn't feel sluggish. I didn't feel weak. lethargic, any of that. I was just pretty okay with that one.
Did you do the grapes and water or just grapes?
Yeah, grapes and water. Yes,
Okay,
water.
yeah, I did
Yeah,
grapes and water.
yeah,
Yeah, but
yeah.
I only could do it for 7 days. I was like,
Yeah, it was a, you know, after a while, you know, you just like, okay, I just feel like I'm chewing air now.
yeah, I was like,
Yeah, but
7 days.
that was one of the best I had felt in, wow, and still to this day is one of the best I've felt. Like those days on the grape cleanse was really, it was really good. It's
Uh,
really good. Eyes were
so
bright.
so
Everything.
you didn't. So when you made the transition, you didn't do a cleanse because that's what I ended up doing. Like I detox first, and it just
Yeah.
combined it.
You do it. What we did like we just start cutting out certain things, just like eating salads, no heavy dressing, none of that stuff. Apple cider vinegar and things like that. And we just kind of start, you know, transitioning from that, instead of just, you know, going into it, dragging another garbage bag into, you know, in the house. You want to have room for it to make sense. And yeah, you just kind of gradually go into it, and then you're like, all right, we're getting there. Now next week we should be ready, and then there you go.
Oh, okay. All
Yeah,
right. So you didn't have like that extreme like weight loss because when
yeah,
you
I
do
lost.
it in okay.
Yeah, we lost. Actually, Levan lost about, wow, he lost like 20 something pounds maybe.
Yeah.
I
Hmm.
lost. I was up at 170, so now over the last 2 years, I've been maintaining. I got down to 150. I got down to 150. So now I'm back to 157, 155, 157. Fluctuate between those two. And I like that way better.
Right.
Um, I did lose muscle mass. Um, but you know, I'm getting that back.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
then it's gonna be easier too because you're
Yeah.
eating light
Yeah. Yeah.
or lighter. So
Hmm.
so do you think there'll ever be a period of time when we'll see the majority of the people of color going vegan?
I think people either be pescatarian or go all the way with it.
Mm.
Because people are becoming more health conscious, and they're seeing now that these big food industries and people who are supposed to protect us don't really care, and it's just about money. And you know, with E. coli and all the different things that the strands and the feces and fecal matter in the food, you know, you're bound to get sick. You're bound to get all these viruses and worms and all this stuff. So people are becoming aware, and they're waking up and finding out about this alternative way of eating. And a lot of people are willing to do it and want to do it. So I think we'll have a large group that will follow.
Yeah, especially now with this whole thing, being in the house and stuff like that, people are
Yeah,
more reluctant to cook.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So what advice would you give someone who wants to make the transition? Like, what would you tell them to do?
I tell them to start slow.
Mm.
Start slow with it. Gradually change it up. Um, yeah, learn what it is you need for your body. I think a lot of times when people go cold turkey and they don't know how to do it, they lose so much, and they don't have energy. They don't have the proteins they need, and certain things that they need to sustain the body. And then they crash and they go back worse. So I think taking your time, finding out how to do it, get with someone if you can, or read up on it. Read about what it does and what the things that are good for your body. Having knowledge is very important, and being patient with your body, because your body is already programmed one way, but it's willing to go. You just have to, just how to how to get it from over here. Like we've been over here in the liquor house for 6 weeks. What you mean we're going over here to the pool of life? and drink all this good, you know, all this good water over here. Yeah, we're gonna go from Liquorville to Alkalineville in 3.5 seconds. You sure we want to do that? I just think it's just a gradual thing where you allow your body to not be shocked. And
Right.
then yeah. And have fun. Have fun with the new experience. I think it's all in life. The journey. It's here for us to enjoy. And there's so many fruits and vegetables that you've never heard of. Like, just try it. Like, it ain't nothing to go get some bok choy or just something different or a different bean or just try it. And another thing, cut down on all the salt and the sugars. Like, everything don't need salt and sugar in it to make it good. I think when you start to really allow yourself to taste the flavor in food, it's easier to transition to different things because you're not looking for everything to taste like meat. Or you don't have,
Exactly.
everything don't have to taste designer or done up. So done up, you don't even know. Have you ever really tasted broccoli? Have you ever really tasted, what greens taste like, just steamed and with a little bit of light seasoning on it? Have you ever tried it? And most people haven't, so they don't know what the flavor is. So I think
That part.
once you gradually allow yourself to embrace this vegetable in a different way, you'll be like, you know what? It's all in habit.
Mm.
It's all habit, and it's routine and habit.
Right, because when you were born, you were pretty much a non-meat eater, so
Straight titty milk.
pretty much.
Titty, no dairy. Now, unless mama was in there sucking down some milkshakes or something, but
Look, that part.
yeah,
Yes.
but yeah, yeah. You
So
wasn't
you
chewing
what?
no. You come out with no Carl's Jr. You ain't have it. You didn't have it.
Until you was introduced to it, then that was it. But
Hmm.
it's the same logic. Just get reintroduced to something else.
Yeah, and it's okay. It's okay.
And it pretty much is. So, all right. You know what? You did mention a book that you're gonna be adding
Yeah,
some vegan. Okay.
yeah, definitely. Cornbread, fish, and collard greens going to be reintroduced, and I'm adding some vegan dishes to it and some the ways to prepare like vegetables and things, and even pasta that you know that people can take and enjoy without having to feel guilty afterwards.
That part. So we'll definitely be on the lookout for that book. And I appreciate you coming on and sharing your journey with us.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you for doubling back and giving me the opportunity and the platform.